Oh, a lot of stuff to click. But hey, guys, guess what? We made it. First stream of the year. We did it. We're here. Yeah. Woo. All right.
Yay.
Hey, this is a good time. Yes. First of all, welcome back. You've been here before. I think the last time you were on with Vic.
Yes, that was
A while ago.
a little while ago. Not too
Yeah.
long ago. I believe almost 12 months. Somewhere around that round.
So sounds about right. Yeah. I've been seeing you pop up all over the place. You doing like interviews galore. I think every time I go to raid into somebody, you're like,
Hi, it's me.
Yeah, that guy. Yes. It's interesting. So this is gonna take me a minute, people. So hold on. Listen, I feel like a stream noob right now because I haven't done this in so long. I don't remember where buttons are. So yes, let's go. How do I do this? Damn. That's right. I see people in chat. We're gonna say hey to you in a second. Well, let's do that now. I see GT Key Comics. What's up? Always the first person in my chat. Always welcome here. We got Rude. What's up, Rude? How are you guys doing? Yeah. We got a bunch of other people popping in here. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm over here. I see the Instagram is working. Welcome people into the Instagram. Yeah. Nice. Popping on in all over the place. We're testing things out today, so we're seeing how that goes. I think next time I'm also going to try something up. What's up, John? I see you giving us the hands in the let's go.
Mr. Westhoff? Is that
Yes.
John Westhoff?
Yes.
He always likes my side profile. That's a running gag. Because I'm never like this. Like this looks foreign because I'm never like this. I'm always like almost like orthographic projection. Not
I think I'm never that. Yeah, I'm never that way either. We're opposite. I'm never that way. Yeah.
But John, you're welcome as usual.
Yes. Welcome on, John. He's a homie. Listen, I got Argyle sitting behind me. Dude, listen, forever. My background. Yeah. Let's go. Yes. Oh, I got Cap in the house. What's up, Cap? I saw you over there as well. But yeah, I kind of popping around all over the places just to make sure I got everybody in the chats because man, it's been a hot minute since I've done this. So you're welcome, everybody. You get all this business happening. That's right. Yeah, so we got people popping. Oh my god. Whoa. People are popping in the chat now. Holy moly.
Hopefully we don't have popping people.
Well, popping already.
I see what you did there.
Aha! Right. Exactly. We're gonna do this. No, I don't know where I'm at now. We're gonna do some intros and I'll go back to the regular time. So just introduce everybody. There you go. There's your face. There's your profile.
This is my face. Introduction. I am Ray Jameson. You can also call me DM Ray, DM short for Dungeon Master. I like to play some Dungeons and Dragons, which is a real good time. I have been relatively new in the realm of being on the creative side of comic books. I am about to launch my third and final issue to a mini-series called The Madcaps, about a group of friends that are in the wrong place at the wrong or right time, depending how you look at it. And they are under suspicion that a local drug is the reason there was this failed zombie outbreak. So kind of a little bit of Scooby-Doo, kind of a little bit of fantasy, kind of a little bit of a story about essentially an homage to people that have really good friends and just don't get to see them as much as they get older because of many different responsibilities in the world, be it job, wife and kids, you name it. There's lots of distractions when you get older as an adult, and not the ones that you choose to take, the ones that just take you. But this book, it's got a lot of action. It's got a lot of good timing, good storytelling. It's got a lot of flavor and creativity in regards to different character design, how they express each other. All 3 issues take place over one night. It's in a day of the life setting. And each issue is actually told through the eyes of a different character each time. And it's done through the source of them writing letters to other people. So I've been having a lot of fun with this. You already mentioned Victor Medina. He's been my interior artist since issue 2. He's back on issue number 3. There he is. Speak of the hold on. Speak of the devil and he will appear. That's my terrible Bane impersonation.
Nailed it.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
But all the talent that has been supporting me, I've been very grateful for. One of the really cool things about the comic community is, for the most part, the support is overwhelming. I I'm still beside myself at the talent that has said yes. For who am I? Like, I'm just I'm not an established writer. I'm not the, hey, this is Stephen King, or hey, this is Brian Michael Bendis, or anything like that. But I got a lot of no's when I asked around, but I just asked, and some people are like, sure, why not? And I almost double taked, but it's really, really awesome. Being an adult is overrated. This, you know, it's kind of half and half. It's bittersweet.
Yes.
I heard this really cool phrase. Apparently, hi, everyone is here.
Yeah, I had all the people popping on in here, and I see people over on the Instagrams. I know I can't plop your comments on the
All
screen,
good.
but listen,
But
I can still see you.
I heard this phrase in Greece translated to English. It roughly says you can you can cross the same river twice, but in reality, you never cross the same river twice. I think a lot of us would be very frustrated if we were to actually go back in time into our childhood bodies. I mean, something like, for me to go on the internet at the age of 14 and go on like ICQ or something like that, it would be, or AOL Messenger, the equivalent to just struggling with the modem. I think that alone would just drive me bonkers. But there's a lot of cool stuff. But being an adult's pretty awesome too. It's a privilege to age. And if we were like 200 years ago, I think you and I would be elders at best, most likely already dead, kind of thing. It's pretty cool to age.
Facts. It's pretty hardcore when you're like, mid 40s and you're like, damn. But then also you feel like you're 14 still. But the only difference is you have money to spend on a thing that you want.
Yes, that's right.
That's the only difference. And homie has
Launch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Or getting that's like, if I remember correctly, last time I looked, that puts me to 89.
I think so. Yeah, you're getting more followers. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Woo.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Yes. Nice.
And what else can I tell you? I live up in the ever so lovely city of Winterpeg, as I like to jokingly call it.
Oh.
We are getting into the close, I'd say in about 4 to 6 weeks. That's usually the coldest time of the year on average here. And in Fahrenheit, it can get as low as -40.
No, that's all. Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it.
Oh, you like that? You can take all my negative weather. I'm good. Yeah, no.
What part of you're in the States, I assume. What
I'm like right across from Windsor, so I'm in like the Detroit area. So like I can throw a rock.
You get your share of cold.
Yes. But yeah, we get a lot of negative weather. We had a bunch of -5, -10, -20s already. So
right on.
No. Good. It was actually 50 today, so I'll take that. Thank you. So yes.
That's awesome. No, I moved across country and I went too hard. If it was at my kid body, I'd be less than broken. I like the cool byproducts of the cold, the look. There's this really interesting thing. I was just talking to somebody else not too long ago about horror frost. Have you ever heard of that?
No, tell me about this.
So there's a really cool element. Have you ever cooked like a steak or vegetables on a frying pan, and the bottom, the coal dissipates, but it gets more frosty on top? Okay, so imagine that, but imagine like the sun has not risen yet and it's super cold, and then everything with a surface on trees, chain link fence, you name it, all starts covering up in frost. It's an indicator that when that sun comes up, it's going to get significantly warmer, just like the frying pan analogy. I assume it's an identical application of science, but everything looks like it's like a horror movie kind of thing, but it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm down with that vibe. I like it.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. The cold, like the cold for the look, poser. I got called a poser. A Canadian liking the winter got called a poser. That's a good burn. I'm going to own that. I'm the poser Canadian.
Oh, dang. That's funny. I like people calling people out in the chat. That's good times.
That's good. I like it. What else is cool about the cold? You can make, if you want the artist to show, Ray can impersonate me, so I'll sound like I know what I'm talking about. If you want. I can.
Yeah, pretend you're.
You know what?
That'd be great.
Victor's actually good company. I was going to say comedy by accident. Victor's good company in regards to being on a stream. I really like the reciprocation we have between ourselves. He's complimentary in many ways. Absolutely. So I wouldn't need to impersonate Victor, especially if I was on, or if he was on with me. He'd do just fine.
Mm-hmm.
What else is cool about Canada in regards to the cold? There's a thing you can do where you can turn boiling water into ice or snow, rather. You ever done that?
I have boiled many things that have gotten frosty just due to the weather. So yes. What's up, Mentor?
I like taking boiling water and then throwing it up in the cold air. If it's cold enough, none of it hits the ground. It just turns to snow.
That's the kind of that's fun. Listen, that's stuff you could get away with. Shenanigans. I'm here for it.
I'm either like encouraging people to come up here or scaring them away. I think the latter of the two, but is what it is. But yeah, I've loved cartoons and comic books since before I can remember. I have a brother who's roughly 5 years older than me, and basically I liked what he liked for all the obvious reasons of sibling dynamics. And I went through all of the 80s with really cool toys and comics and cartoons when there was that unholy alliance of how can we make parents' wallets bleed a lot. And it was very successful. One of my favorite cartoons at the time was Brave Star, and his sidekick was a mechanical horse that was also his deputy named 3030. There was a lot of like cool nuggets in regards to 80s cartoons because there's so many, and a lot of them are like hidden little gems sometimes. I'm sure somebody in the comments will talk. This was my favorite one. Say something abstract like Silver Hawks or something like that.
Oh yeah, Silver Hawks is great.
Yeah,
Huge fan of those. Some of my favorite comics to this day are Star Comics.
Very cool. That's really cool. And through the 90s, it was bittersweet for me with comic books because they had that trend of art is all that matters, and the stories suffered a lot. And especially Marvel, they painted themselves metaphorically in corners for stories, including like the Clone Saga with Spider-Man, where the only way to fix it was to resurrect Norman Osborn, who was dead in real life for 20 years. And they kept him dead after he killed Gwen Stacy. They brought him back just to undo all of that mess, which was atrocious, unfortunately. A lot of cool things came out of the 90s as well. First one worth noting is Batman the Animated Series, 80s cartoon Galaxy Rangers. Yeah.
Fantastic series, yes.
Yeah, there's so many. Wait, there's writing in comics? Well, you know what? Victor, he told me, he's told a couple other people, he complimented my writing for this book. He liked how I wasn't scared to hold back on action sometimes. He says sometimes when you got brand new writers, they want to make sure they grip the reader. So they've got like, they want a lot of eye candy in the form of chaos. But for me, I want things to be in a way where you're not sure what to expect. Therefore, you're entertained. I had some cool dialogue or different dynamics. At one point in this story, one of the individuals has to disguise himself as a woman to get past a scenario. I'll call it that. I won't give anything away. But Victor said the pacing was good. The actions justified. This last issue coming out, it's very different from the other two. The other two, it's character development and setup and establishing the stakes. And this is the final act, the climax of the story. And this story, suddenly people I was going to say, I've used this phrase already, throwing down like Greeks holding dishes kind of thing. But basically, we get to have all of that awesome action now. It makes sense to do it. It's like watching Avengers Endgame and that big fight at the end. Well, you're waiting like 2 hours to get to that point, and that's okay. I'm here for it. I can calmly wait, and then when the big action thing happens, like, great, this is awesome, and I'm fully invested into it. This last issue is that final act, and the stakes raise. These are not the toughest of characters in their reality. So there's a lot of gravity to their choice of actions. I wish I could say more. I definitely can't. It's just nice that I finally am on the final issue. The first issue I released approximately 24 months ago, and I still haven't been able to talk about this story. I just want to say stuff. You know what? I did get in the mail. I think I know what this is, but should I open it up? I haven't even opened it yet. It just came in the mail when I came home from my day job. I know what it is.
While you're doing that, we have a question for Ray the Poser. At least he didn't call you a hoser.
I call me Hoser Poser if you want.
Oh, Hoser Poser. Dang, that's so Canadian. Let's see. Who are some of your favorite writers, comics or otherwise?
Peter David. Peter David with he without hesitation. Some people have asked who I try to emulate in writing style, and I can wholeheartedly say nobody. If I used Peter David, for example, if I was trying to be the best Peter David possible, the best I would ever be is second place. So I do appreciate specific writers and everything that they've pulled off. I never try to be like them. I just admire them and then try to still be myself, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I have weak fingers.
Oh no. Dang.
See, perfect. That sounds just like oh, Victor. Oh, it does open nicely. Look at perforation. Oh, Peter David is a good
perforation.
He passed away not too long ago. That's unfortunate. My publisher, Filbo Publishing, their flagship title, Tragedy, Peter David read the script on, and he said it was pretty good. So shout out to my publisher, Philip Russert, Filbo Publishing. When my third issue is finished, it's going to be a trade paperback, and it's going to distribution. I'm so excited about this. Ooh, I've only written 3 comics, and they're already going to be in local comic shops. So
that's amazing.
I'm beside myself with that. I'm just really, really happy.
Yes. Let's see.
Oh, certificate of author. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I just opened this up. Okay, so I opened it up and I panicked because there was this was inside it, but it was a little bit folded, so I was a little worried, but it looks legit. So first thing I'm going to do is I have from Pog's Art, a certificate of authenticity.
Nice. Oh.
So, and then the art itself. He did an excellent job. It'll straighten out nicely in the frame, but look at that.
Oh, here, let me make you super big. No, why are they making you big? What the heck is that mean?
Oh, I'm still good here, just like that. Look.
Why would? Well, let me make you big. What the hell? Is this something new that they did?
Did I need a Super Mario mushroom or something? What's going to happen?
There it is. Okay, wording on it. Okay, there we go.
I can show a scan of this, but
oh, that's nice.
This is really cool. I'll share my screen and I'll show you a better look at that. But that's getting framed and put on my wall with the rest of them. It came with a sweet certificate.
Lovely. Yeah, the certificate is nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm realizing I'm not like looking at showing this to the people. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm off of my own little world.
No, I like that it has the actual piece of the art that's right there, and it's
this is beautiful. Cool. So I've
never seen that.
I think I'm going to put that behind the page when I frame it, so it's all one piece. But that is awesome. I am super. Thank you. Shout out to his name is his alias is Pog's Art, Pogz.
Wow.
And his real name is Jerry S. Takal Jr. And let's go to share screen here. Open up Drive. I should have had this open first. I'm actually really excited to get this one colored. So my colors for my interiors and the majority of my covers is Dan and Dave Kemp. These guys colored basically Spawn 50 to 150 back in the day. So they've been coloring Todd McFarlane and Capallo, Chance Wolfe. All right, share screen. Let's get this going.
All right. Bring us back down here, then you can share screen. Well, before you do that, I'm going to say, what's up, Gacy? How are you doing? Oh, what's happening? Got Kyle in the chat. We also have a question for you, too, when you're ready to load. They have some questions about the book that you have written.
Okay. Do you want to do that first, or do you want to go through these covers? Okay.
The larger one. How long did it take for you to write this project? Was it written as one long story and divided into issues, or did you write one work on having that made before writing issue 2? And also,
hi there. I'll give this as concise as I can. This is actually based off of the first homebrew D&D game that I've ever run. The reason I did it was and started D&D is because I moved across country and I needed excuses to hang out with my friends still. It's not like I could just go down the street and see them or anything like that. And this homebrew campaign, the main difference is I took the characters out of my story, out of my campaign rather, and I injected my own characters for the story. So in regards to writing it, Dungeon Masters, when they make a game, it's like writing a story. The main two differences are you have a rough idea where the end goal is, like right off the hop. It's not like you start with a couple of thoughts and let your mind wander where the character's going. Obviously, there's a lot of different techniques in regards to plotting out a story or letting it wander or so forth and so on. But for me, I was very fortunate because the only thing that changed with the new characters, well, how would they interact with each other, the environment, and I know where the story is going. So it was actually very easy to put that whole story together. Originally, it was supposed to be 2 issues. The only reason it isn't, and I had to put it to 3, is there was just, it would have felt too condensed. Like all of the important critical things would have felt like shoulder to shoulder sardines type of thing in a can. So I actually broke it down into, I separated into 3 issues, which I felt was a more comfortable, smarter put together. So I'm happy with that. Can you put that question back on? I don't know if I answered all of it. There's a couple of points of interest in it.
1 second. Let me find it. There it goes.
There it is. Okay. So writing the project, I unintentionally wrote this story over the course of just over 10 years. When I say this story, not just these 3 issues, there's a bunch of story going on before and after. One of my goals for these 3 issues was to make it feel like the story and that world existed before these 3 issues, and it would feel like it exists after. I've been told I do have enough detail where it feels like the rest of the world is existing at the same time. It was written as one long story over the course of 10 years and playing with people playing D&D, this entire realm. And I mentioned the issues. Some of these questions, it's the same answer because they're kind of jumbled together for an answer, but plotting it to comic book, I did that in under a month in regards to the script. People trolling you, you got the chuckles there.
No, I'm just saying some comments in some other chats. Yes.
But I think that does answer that. It doesn't feel like a long time, but passively it was.
No, it's cool. I really like the different characters in it because I've read issues 1 and 2.
Oh, right on. You did get 2 done. That's great.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite?
What's his name? The dragony dude. I love that.
Madcaps, that's a common one.
Yes, I like him. And then I like the dynamic. I love the little tiny guy. He's funny.
Dunnan, yeah.
Yes.
With his,
I can't remember his names, but yeah.
That's okay.
Tiny guy.
He's a half gnome, half dwarf. Nice. He has one of each parent.
And then I love the guy. I can't remember his name, but he's all black. And then he's
Chazgo.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, he's a blue-skinned elf. The reason his skin is blue is just like in real life. If humans ingest a lot of silver, it actually tattoos their skin. It'll actually make them blue. And there's lots of examples you can find online. One of the most famous ones, a guy was interviewed on Oprah Winfrey, and it looks like makeup. It looks fake.
Yes, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
So Chazgo has a similar effect. Basically, his specific circle of elves, his people, they live in a mountain range that's just riddled with silver deposits, so they're continuously exposed by it. A cool little byproduct is he's got a lot of resistance to magic, which is really neat. But he definitely looks different compared to your average elf or human, for that matter.
No, it's cool. I really like it because I remember the issue 2 where you had one of the variant covers. He was on the cover, and I thought it was really neat.
Chazgo?
Yeah, he was on the cover
with his pet on his shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of people love that image. That's done by Jay Sloan. He's working on a cover as we speak. He's doing one of, well, you know what? He's going to show some progress shots soon, so I'll actually stay tight-lipped on what that cover is, but
okay,
it's going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, you mentioned Madcaps, Dunnan, the almost as tall as your average dwarf but can't grow a beard. Chasgo, the blue-skinned elf, and then of course the full-blooded dwarf. Sarlacc, the swamp trudger is his last name. He's essentially a farm boy, or raised as a farm boy. He comes from a group of dwarves that didn't want to live in the mountains. They essentially terraformed a swamp and turned it into farmland. So because of generations of expanding and clearing out swamp, this being a fantasy setting, swamps are obviously going to have some surprises in them. So they have a culture of being able to track down and pacify things that go bump in the night. So he's very devout to something known as the divine, and he has a couple of gifts because of that. And in this third issue coming up, and if Victor, if you're listening, you can confirm this. All of them really, but they all have some really cool stuff coming up. I've been able to debut a bit, like you mentioned, liking Madcaps and him being able to like vomit lightning because he can store electricity in his gizzard. He's like be
able to do that. If you have the ability to do that, you have to be able to do that.
He is a descendant of something known as the Great Stormworm, which it's like a large kaiju electric eel.
Ooh, yes.
So that's why he can vomit lightning. That's something he's been able to use because of his lineage.
Yes.
He's got a big brain. He has. I can't English today. It's near the end of the day, and I still have another podcast after this. Hold on, need some water.
Take a swig of that, and while you do that, I'm gonna highlight this comment from Callie.
I think I have. Wait, did someone say Pogs? Yes, I did. And you should check him out. All his socials have like over 175,000. There it is.
Perfect. I have dropped his link here. I've also dropped Vic's link as well in here.
Victor Medina. Yes, absolutely.
He's our interior artist as well. So we have that on there. And I'll update that as well. I'm dropping your links too in here. So yes.
Beautiful. Right on. But one of the most intimidating things about Madcaps, despite him being over 6.5 feet tall and being over 350 pounds in weight, he, as I was saying, the most impressive thing about him is actually his brain. He has an affinity, a hobby of studying the arcane. His only setback is he hasn't had a lot of opportunity to study thoroughly. So in the first issue, you see him pick up a creature by the throat, set its head on fire. Or in the second issue, just like on the variant cover, you see him like pull some earth out of the ground without touching it. The potential's there, but he hasn't really been able to refine himself in that respect.
Yes. Very good. I like this. So here's let me click this right now. I'm gonna add this to the save so we can check this out. Here, let's make it.
Oh yeah, here we go. So that is entirely done by Victor Medina. Color, lines, even dressing the title. He originally made this image because he wanted to warm up before he did the interiors to issue 2. I liked it so much with some color corrections. I had him touch it up, and I wanted it to be the main antagonist cover for this story. I have 2 main covers. This is one of them. It has one of the things I like about this one the best is in very subtle ways. It just shows them standing together, but in subtle ways, they're all very different from each other. Something I really dislike about stories is when you have a difficult time telling individuals apart. If they're too, you can have a bland character but uniquely bland, then I get it, I'm in, right? But if they're all the same height, all the same weight, all the same colors of clothes, etc., it's not fun. I want to see 1980s X-Men. I don't want to see, although I respect 1960s X-Men, which they tried to homage in the 90s, the blue and yellow uniforms. 1980s, mid-late 90s obviously weren't that bad, but that's X-Men. It kept evolving, and it's become its own thing where they're all very different. I already mentioned Avengers Endgame, but at one point they all have white, black, and red suits when they go on time travel. Well, in the comics, that would look terrible if they all had those colors. Like that'd be. You're not here. You're just lurking. That's okay.
Yeah. But yes, great colors. That's one thing.
Cranberry Langerzel.
Yeah.
Cranberry Lang. How about Cranberry Lurkser? Great covers, or great colors. Yes, Victor did a good job coloring it as well. Yeah, I was just very happy with how this turned out. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, this has to be a thing. So one of the best things I like about this so much is it is a quote unquote warm-up sketch. It's just terrific in my opinion. And very happy to have Victor on the team for another issue. With that said, the main antagonist cover, which you can see here.
Nice. Yeah.
This is drawn by Harv Salteras. If anybody's read the Dan Ketch era of Ghost Rider from the early 90s, Harv drew the interiors and the covers of the first year of that series. And this is the second time I've had him make a cover for me, and I am tickled pink. I could not be any more excited. This is the first time we see the main villain of the story. You don't see him in 1 or 2. And she's an elf. You can't see the points of her ears in this picture for obvious reasons, but she's kind of like a walking contradiction. Usually elves are like all about life and the wild, and here we have one that's about not life with a bunch of creatures around her. So Harv did an excellent job. And to complement his abilities, Dan and Dave Kemp, I already mentioned their history with they colored whose else work have they colored? They colored.
They do. They're big right now.
They're all over
comics right now. Yeah.
John Romita Jr. during the early 2000s of Amazing Spider-Man, he colored all of those. He colored. Both of them colored I Saw Santa. That was a 2-part Image Christmas comic. That's those guys. These guys, their longevity is amazing. Did someone? Yes, they did say pugs, but with that said, I wish I could talk more about this character because there's a lot going on without saying a lot, but there's a lot of stakes, and I'm literally looking at something off camera and I just can't say anything, unfortunately.
Oh, how dare you? No, I think it's a fine comic. I like I said, I read issues 1 and 2. I really like the characters that are in it. I think they can go on a lot of adventures. And I think if anybody's really a fan of like that really fun 80s cartoon style, but also like D&D and stuff, I think they would really enjoy.
Yes, and it's funny because a lot of people say D&D. If I don't say D&D, if I don't even mention it, they're like, this is a good fantasy book. So a lot of fantasy enthusiasts don't like D&D. Like there's some people that like all of it, like myself, some people that like just D&D, or some people like non-D&D. But if you knew nothing in regards to inspiration from like a D&D game, you wouldn't see D&D. You just see fantasy. So you could say it either way. The last cover, which I was holding up physically, and I'm beside myself that I actually have it, but here's the screenshot of, or the scan rather.
It's really good.
The background, this is going to be colored by the brothers Kemp. The background is going to be all darkness. And here, the best part is this is going to be glow in the dark.
Ooh, fun.
So the only things that are going to be glowing are the hands, the eyes, and the logo, which will be behind his head. I think it's going to look really good because his head will overlap. You'll have the silhouette covering that up, but then his eyes will be glowing in the silhouette. I think that's going to be a really cool effect. I'm very excited about that.
He's got some really. So I found his Instagram page when I was linking it, but I think his art style is really neat. I'm looking forward to seeing more stuff from.
Here, I'm going to stop sharing here. If you open up his if you share your screen with his account there, if you go to his reels, I'm probably like within the last 12.
Okay.
The one he just drew. I just want to point out his style is very unique in regard, or not style rather, but process. It's something I haven't seen with too many others. It's quite a thing.
Yep, it's right there. Hold on, let me see if I can share just this guy right here.
Excuse me.
This guy. Let me see. Got like 900. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Check this out.
So as you see the pencil work, there's not really anything in regards to clothes or even like structure of the body. But in his mind, he already knows, and he just starts laying pen down on stuff that isn't even established. And he just like blew this out of the park.
Yeah.
It's
really cool.
Like I said before, all of this talent, it's just terrific. I'm super happy. Like he already knows exactly what it's going to look like in his head. Like that's it's definitely not in my abilities. We'll put it that way.
Awesome. I like that a lot. I like that he just kind of like the negative style, just went in and just filled it all in. That's neat.
Yes.
Very nice. Like I said, I dropped his link down below earlier. I'm just going to click it right here so you guys can go click that. It's this one right here. It's the Pogs Art channel right there. But go check that out. That's awesome.
There's the penciling there. That's all he did, and then the rest is from his mind.
That's super cool.
But yeah.
That looks great. And then you had the original piece that you were showing off a minute ago.
I've got it right here, complete with a certificate. That just makes me so happy.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think you have a lot of really good artists on all of your books, because this is issue 3.
Correct.
And then you're going to go to trade for this. You're going to have any other issues coming out for Madcaps?
Right now, the goal is just the miniseries. Like I've said before, because these stories already happened, with the exception of different characters, I can go on if I want to. I want to see how well this one does, and then my trade paperback is going to distribution, so I want to see how that plays out. And if it's going okay, then I'll be open to doing it another time.
Nice. I like that. Because I like a series too that you could do stuff with, like kind of put it off and come back later and do more things. I like that. It's kind of fun.
Well, you also have to take into consideration, this is my first time doing this, and I'm already going into local comic shops. Like, I think the only thing I've heard that's been more like extreme is Mr. Kirkman doing The Walking Dead and claiming it was only going to be so many issues, and he claimed that it was going to be like this big like surprise where these zombies came from, and then like I think it was a year later when the boss is, hey, so what's going on? And then Robert Kirkman says, I'm not going to lie to you, it's just about a father and son, and I just wanted to keep going with it. Oh, okay. but me, I'm just like, here's a book. It's now in comic shops. I'm very grateful, I guess is the best way to put it.
It's going to feel amazing, especially when the trade is going to be in, you said, in distribution. That's amazing.
Yes, it's pretty awesome.
Right, let's go back to our faces. There we go. And then, so the one question they were answering earlier was like the bunch of parts on it. He says, not sure if you missed it, but he wants to know if you were a writer before you made the comics.
Not officially. I love stories. I love format. I love studying stories. One thing I've learned not too long ago is apparently people with high emotional intelligence, they rewatch a lot of movies. More than twice, more than 3 times, and I tend to do that a lot. And apparently the reason for it is they like to do analysis on reactions and understanding things thoroughly in that very specific vein. I said this once, I think last week on a podcast. Every Christmas, Christmas just went by, I always watch the 1951 version of A Christmas Carol with Alistair Sim playing Scrooge. And one thing I found recently, I didn't notice it, is there's one specific song in it called Barbara Allen, and it's something I learned early in elementary school. It's playing when Scrooge is reliving the loss of his sister, and he's obviously resentful of his sister's son because she dies giving birth to him. But they don't play that song again until at the end when he's making amends with his nephew. And I did not make that connection, but it's just that much more of, in regards to storytelling, an emotional statement, like picking up where he left off kind of thing. I thought that was really cool. Yes, that is the second oldest Christmas Carol movie. There's one older than that, but it's not as good. Alistair Sim is the icon, that's for sure.
Yes, there's some really cool movies that came out. There's actually, I don't know if you guys know this, there's a silent Frankenstein movie. It's not even like 5 minutes long. It's one of the coolest things you've ever seen. It's really old. I want
I
to think
think
it was
it's
like
like 1901 or something like that.
it's really early 1900s, and it is
Yes.
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. There's one, I forget what it's called. There's no physical copy known in current existence. And apparently the villain in that is what the Joker's original look was based off
The
of.
man who the man who it's kind of like the man who laughs or something. The man can't stop laughing or something like that. It's something like that.
The smiling, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Somebody will probably get it right in the comments here.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I could picture that guy's face because that's so eerie when you see that.
Yeah, it's like something
you think it's
a
the Joker.
clown in the original Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, it's yeah, the guy who can't stop laughing or something like that, or smiling
Here,
or
I'll look
something.
at
The
ORI.
man who laughs, is that the one?
That reminds me of the Batman who laughs.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I see all the people on Instagram. I did drop the link to the YouTube chat if you guys want to come and just chat in there, but I see you guys over there, so I hope you guys are having fun.
Oh, you're right. It is the man who laughs. How about that?
Yeah.
His name was Gwynplaine. Gwynplaine?
Yes. The makeup for that too was really good because you could definitely tell that that's what he was based on. But yeah, it's such a good visual when you see that.
Yes. You know what? Speaking of visuals, I know this is a tangent. Have you seen, I think it's from the 30s, called Shh, the Octopus?
That sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen that. Like I watched a lot of weird, like people will like show like a movie. Like you just like watch like weird movies and chat.
There's one
that
scene,
seems like something I would have watched.
There's one scene near the end, and this was a great demonstration of innovation in regards to makeup. You know the old 3D glasses, the red and blue?
Yes.
So in black and white films, if you had blue makeup on, but the blue lens, it would not be seen on the filming. So there's one scene in this the Octopus movie where at the end it's revealed this lady's the witch, but without changing any angles or anything. Her face like morphs into that witch look. It's freaky.
I watched that the other day. I was watching makeup videos and that was on there. I didn't know what movie it was from, but I saw that on there. And that is, to me, is insane how they did the effects back then. It's so cool.
Yeah, like I'm just into my 40s now, and like it was disturbing. Like my inner child did not feel right seeing that.
Well, she looks really creepy too. Like when you see her, like the amount of change that you actually get from that is crazy, because I don't think people realize when you see black and white, like that wasn't black and white back then. Most of the makeup was green and pink. It was color blocking so that it would show up better on the camera. Because if you just put black makeup on, it doesn't register as dark as like a green does, which is fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like it's obviously the color shift, but also her demeanor. Like that lady is a talented actress, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But the combo is like, wow, that's a statement. That was really cool.
Yes, because I watched another one. It was almost in the same clip, not from the same movie, but they were trying to say like before like special effects. I'm like really big into like looking at how effects and stuff work. It was like this guy was doing this fight scene and he jumped through like this wooden thing and became the statue that was alive. And like he started attacking the people, but it was fascinating. He jumped through it. It was like took like 2 seconds for him to do it, but he jumped through it, turned around, and like became the statue. It was really fascinating. It was pretty awesome.
That sound not Jason versus the Argonauts, is it?
No, it was not really an action movie, but just some kind of weird fight scene that happened in the middle of just a random movie. It's just fascinating. I was like, this is awesome. But yeah, I think that kind of stuff is fascinating. I'd love to see more people get back to like the practical side of all that, because there's just an art form alone, just from like costume designing, set designing, that kind of stuff, that I don't think people really even realize like what exactly goes to what you actually need to do to like make prosthetics and stuff. It's crazy.
Well, Disney apparently is heavily considering going back to hand-drawn animation.
I heard that, and I hope they do, because 2D animation is fantastic. I love 2D animation.
Yes. Phantom of the Opera is dead.
Oh, you're welcome, Marston.
You're welcome. We're doing some good throwbacks here, making people's brains work in ways they did not expect.
Yeah. See, look, as an artist, I know there's a whole bunch of art like in the chat. My favorite thing is to put a movie on, and then as I'm watching the movie, to draw a piece that goes along with the movie, because whatever it is just inspires me to get creative, to want to draw something. So that kind of stuff to me is fascinating. I love like whenever they do like they've had like the Star Wars, the Star Trek, and a bunch of other like fantasy movies like come here where they brought like the clothing and sets and stuff. That to me was absolutely fascinating, because you could like hold the fabric and like it's so interesting. Like when you get to like experience it and like actually feel it, it changes the way that you're seeing stuff because you would never think like something was really soft or hard depending on what you're seeing on screen, which was it's interesting to me. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, very cool stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. So I've been dropping the link the whole entire time for Pogs, for Vic. We will be dropping yours in a minute. And for the pre-launch link, when do you think you're going to be actually going live on your pre-launch?
Late March, maybe as late as late April. We'll see. March or April is the short answer.
That'll sneak up on you before you know it. Let me tell you, it's already almost the middle of January right now. Calm down.
Yeah, we're in the second week of January. That's going quick.
Crazy. Man.
I just saw I got my 89th follower. Thanks for anybody listening. You can become follower number 90 right now if you click on that. One of the best things about Kickstarter, if you can't financially support somebody through buying their product, if you hit follow, that will aid the algorithm in my favor. It's an effortless effort is what I'm trying to say. By just clicking on that, it go a huge distance for me, which is really cool. But also, if you are looking to back, there it is there. All 3 issues will be available. I want to say so much. What can I give a hint for? I have a previous artist from issue 2 who did the variant cover of Madcaps, pulling the earth out of the ground. But he's doing something real special for me in regards to the realm of covers. I can't say, but I'll just leave that for now. But that one is a big reveal. I'm not going to show that quite yet. At the end of the month, or maybe into February, Fish Lee will be debuting his cover for me. It's already finished. And hold on. Yep, I'm looking at it right now. It's going to be lava foil cover. So when you see the image, you'll get it. It looks terrific. It's amazing. There is a whole heck of a lot. Jenna Stark from New York. She's doing a special tribute cover for me. I won't say anything else, but if you are from the 80s, you may or may not recognize what the tribute is in the cover.
Okay.
I wish I could show some interiors. I really wish. Victor has been hitting these things out of the park.
Let me go to issue 2 campaign, see if I can pull up some stuff from there. And I think I might have some. I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
Hold on 1 second, peoples. But yeah, this right here is the link right there. That if you click on that, I've pasted that all over the place. If you click on that, that's where you could go and hit the notify for when you're going to launch for your campaign for this one.
Oh, somebody just followed. 90 follow. Look at that. Nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. This one, I'm trying to. The biggest amount of followers I've had of all 3 issues before launch was 112. And right now I'm already at 90, and I haven't really been promoting this thing. I've only been promoting it really in the last 10 to 20 days. So I'm very satisfied with people must be liking what they're getting, and people must be liking what they're seeing. I will be having a trailer come out as I have for the other 2 issues. I have voice actors that I've hired. They've also played D&D with me. They are out in California. One of them on the other 2 Kickstarter campaigns, his name is Michael Towson. Roughly 10 to 15 years back, there was a kid's cartoon called Talking Tom. By chance, are you familiar with that?
I am not. No.
Okay, so anyways, Michael Towson was the voice of Talking Tom. There's Madcaps there. That's the cover that Rod Ramos Rodolfo did. He will be doing another piece for me. It's going to be really, really good.
I'm just trying to figure out where my... Okay, there we go. Okay, so so if you guys are just joining us, this one right here is from the campaign that says already ended. So if you see what we're looking at, you're not going to see that when you go to the new one, but this is all the same art. Victor's also doing interiors for 3. But yeah, it's good stuff. Here's all the different characters. They're super cool. I like them a lot. Yes.
And these are drawn by Jay Sloan. He started doing covers. You mentioned the Chazgo cover in issue number 2, which we'll see here. Yes. I really want to talk about all this cool stuff. I can't. That one, Oh, why can't I English today? Kenny Calderon is the artist who did that. Dan Kemp colored it. One of the best things I like about images like this, you can zoom in even into the bush if you wanted to, and it's like, look at these cool details between the combo. You just see some cool stuff in there, and these guys are very talented in their own respects, man. It's just so cool to have them working with me.
Yeah,
one of my favorite. Go ahead.
When you see them together, like the good group.
I really like that cover in specific for issue 2. There's the Chazgo one.
Yes, this one was my favorite cover. I love that one from when I saw it. It was just super cool.
In the last campaign, I had T-shirts, and this was one of them without the logo on it.
Very
cool. Who we got a couple. Ryan Permission, he does, and I quote. He wears it in his podcast sometimes, which is really cool. Most people wouldn't notice this from the image, but that bird is actually a 3-eyed albino crow. There's a reason for that. In the second issue, you find out he just summons this thing out of the blue. It's the first time the reader ever sees it, and I wanted a cover that had that. And Jay Sloan, not only Jay Sloan doing this really excellent piece, but I didn't give Dave Kemp color this one. I didn't give him a lot of a palette to work with, and he still like knocked this thing out of the park.
It's very nice. Let's see. We do have a couple questions. We didn't reach these yet. Figure drawing. For a second ago, I wanted to know. Good writing note. Have you seen Pantheons, an animated sci-fi that's available on Netflix? Super good.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, dude. I like. I'm a very big fan of any animated series. I love those a lot.
One thing being Canadian, we have different Netflix accessibility. I'm going to have to alter my IP or something. Depending, hopefully I could find this on there. Usually the big ones, they're on every country's Netflix. And what's the next question?
I want to know, let's see, any tips for someone interested in writing comics?
Well, everybody's different, but for me and my limited experience, I try to set up beginning, middle, end, and then flesh it out after that. There are people that'll start at the beginning and let their mind wander and write. I can't do that. I'm too technical in regards to I shouldn't say technical. Are you familiar with the term CDO?
No.
That's when you have OCD, but it's OCD alphabetized, so it's like top tier OCD. But anyways, I like to organize it accordingly. I don't like the idea of a vast unknown and exploring it, as silly as that sounds. I'd rather know where I'm going and then flesh out the details in between without trying to force it. Nice. Seems more like a natural process for me. That's page 1 of the second issue, where they just intercept some individuals transporting a fictional drug known as weave. And they decide they want to start interrogating these guys. It's a good time.
Yes. Okay, so we have more. Because you are a DM and because you like that, Figure also wants to know, did you ever get into role-playing games like the Shadowrun, for example?
I've never played Shadowrun. I've done a little bit of Pathfinder. As I was saying before, I only got into D&D just to see friends again. That's the better part of 15 years ago. Being married and having kids, I don't get a lot of opportunity to venture out of D&D nowadays. I'm not playing right now, let alone many different RPG options. I do like to collect me some dice. I do like to collect me figurines. But I don't think... I'm trying to think here. You know what? I have... not Discworld. I have an artist.
I love Cherry Project. Yeah.
It's not Discworld. It is.
Actually, they have some really amazing games on PlayStation and the PC for Discworld, which were actually point and click adventures, but they're awesome.
Yeah. Not Discworld, not Shadowrun. I have an artist, not Dragonlance. I have an artist, John Zalesnik. He painted one of the first covers for me. And I forget which RPG it is, but he, for the longest time, for years, he was the only guy that made images for their content. Okay. He also did the original Shinobi cover for Nintendo, the cartridge art. It's the same guy. And he painted Madrakis running at the reader, which is really, really awesome.
Very cool.
But I'll remember it as soon as the podcast is done. But anyways,
Yeah,
he
that's
did a lot of
how it works.
yeah, he did a lot of cool stuff. Anybody that likes the Warhammer franchise, there's a game. A lot of people are kind of hit and miss with it in regards to whether they like it or not. But
Yeah,
in the late 90s, there's a game called Chaos Gate. There's a sequel that came out a handful of years ago, but the original one, that CD art was also my guy, John Zalesnik. Like,
nice.
yeah, it's really cool to have all these artists that have passively had some type of influence over my childhood. And then suddenly they're like making cool stuff for me.
Very cool.
There's the four of them trying to scare these guys into giving some information.
Yes, like we were saying, these are the interior pages from issue 2, and this is all Victor Medina. He's in the chat. Go check him out because he was actually just on. He was just doing art the other day with Yevgeny the other day.
Or I have a plot of my book written.
Yeah.
And writing the issues, it is much easier since you know where you're headed. Yes, yeah, that's how it is for me. There's some people that actually is crippling to them because they keep on having these ideas and suddenly the ending doesn't work and they have a conflict and they end up scrapping the ending. But for me, it's the opposite. I know where I'm going. How can I make these things make sense and put them together? That's one of my favorite pages by Victor and colored by Dan Kemp. Cool. What Chazgo is doing there is he's seeing through the eyes of his bird. He has a bond with it. I can't really say too much else, but they find a hideout of bandits storing this product weave, and they're going to scope out the area through some aerial superiority through this bird MX and get a layout of the land, which is nice. Really, really cool. It's a beautiful image. Like that is one of my favorites right there.
Very pretty. Let me see if I can go back to this right here, which I really like too, because it is a 3-eyed raven. I like that you're breaking the panels down for each eye.
Unintentionally, but yes, it fits like that. Yes, that's a good point.
Let's see. Victor is coming in here. Little secret. Dunan is sitting on my page one. I
didn't know that. That's hilarious. Go back. That's funny.
On because page there's 1, let me see.
He changed. I didn't realize that. So he obviously altered the face up one, that one.
This one right here.
I didn't even go down. Dunnan's the little guy sitting on the back there. So that's Victor.
Him.
I love it.
Oh, that's great.
I wish I knew that. I would have had the letterer drop that box down a bit to see his face more. I wish I knew. Oh my gosh, that's
how
hilarious.
You know that for the trade.
Oh my god.
Oh shoot, excuse me. You could do that for the trade now.
Yeah, I could shift that. That's awesome.
Yes. I
wish I knew that.
Right. Look, that's insider so cool. Information. I like that. Fun. Very cool. So yeah, issue 3, you could sign up for it now. You're getting close to the 100 followers so far on that. That's awesome.
It's awesome, man. I'm just so happy about
you hit
that
by the time it launches. I like that. Very cool.
Yeah, I would like my goal is to I don't know how many followers I want to get, but I think 150 is not unrealistic. It will be a challenge. Last year, leading up to the launch from January to April, I was on 62. I had 62 appearances rather on streams and podcasts. This year I'm trying to surpass 75, which so far I'm ahead of the curve compared to last year. So I think it's going to happen.
Very cool. I think it can happen because let me tell you, you could go from doing 0 streams to 300 in no time. That's what happened to me.
We'll give you a Leonidas beard.
Yes.
300.
Mm-hmm. Could easily do that. Listen, I have worn full beards on a street before. That's right. I dress up as Gandalf. Listen, yes.
One time, last December for about 6 weeks, I stopped shaving and I had a big beard. And I was trying to get everybody up to follow my campaign. So I promised everybody if by a certain date, if I got 70, I think it was 72 followers, that I would give Chad Perkins my beard. And we didn't attain it. I don't have it here in front of me, but I drew a picture of Santa Claus and I put glue all over his beard and I took my shaven beard hair and put it on the Santa Claus. And then I framed it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but it'll be awesome.
Well, then he can make his own beard for them when he goes and does his cosplay Renaissance outfit again. And then he could just do that, or he can put it in something else. But yeah. Yes.
That'd be a good time.
Yeah, he's local.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yes, we were all. I had him on a couple months ago. We were all running around a con.
That's cool. Yeah, Chad's good company. I always we were kicking around the idea of a project not too long ago. I've put it on the shelf for now for certain reasons, but when the timing is right, I want to pick it out or take it out and pick his brain again.
Nice.
But
I don't know Chad. Rolling Squid Bone. Go look him up. Good dude.
Yes, Rolling Squid Bones. He's got the final issue to Set the Hook coming out soon.
Yes, that's a fun series too. Listen.
Yeah, I did a review for issue 1. Did I do one for issue 2?
Got a review of the fish boobs. It's the best scene in the entire thing. It's the best. Fish boobs.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a unique story. I have a good time reading it. Just makes me laugh.
Good. You need stuff like that. Listen, you can't just have serious, good, hardcore things all day long. You need those one weird little books that you read and you're like, I never thought in a million years I'd be in front of my face looking at it, but then you're just cracking up laughing for like to this day. You're like, oh, that's the best. Yeah. Oh, I have his little I have a sticker of his little squid guy down there. He's cute. Yeah.
Squid guy?
Yeah, I forgot his name. The little dude from the book. Little squid guy. Oh, crap. Yeah. From Set the Hook. I have a little squid sticker. I can't remember the guy's name.
I'm trying to remember his name. It'll come back to me.
Yeah. But yes, very exciting. So yeah, click on the links. I'm going to drop more on here. I added Vic and I added Pog's links to the stream description down below. So when we edit, it'll still be on there. People can go follow you.
Mm-hmm. Another one, if you want, look up Kemp Studios.
Oh yeah,
that's the Dan and Dave Kemp.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys, they've been all over. They have a lot of experience and a lot of history under their belt.
Oh yeah.
I could listen to either one of them talk about a book of matches, and I could do that for an hour, and it would be entertaining. They're good company.
Yeah, I love watching all these guys. I see them a lot on a bunch of the other like websites sharing stuff, and I see a ton of them. Both of them I see on a ton of campaigns and indie stuff happening, which is very cool. I love seeing that. So very nice.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, go check that out. Go follow that. I hope you get 100 followers this week on your campaign.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And you said possibly May, April, we're going to be launching.
March or April launch. Yeah, March or April, which is a stone's throw away. It's not that far.
It's just right there. It can slow down because let's say I need to get older. So
it's okay. It's okay to age. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Being in your 40s is the best. Yeah. Good times. Yes. So yeah. But no, that was a lot of fun. So go to Kachemchu, like as always. Good times. I know you're on your podcast train right now. You have any other appearances or anything that you want to pimp out?
Pimp out? Okay. Well, in an hour's time, I will be on. And I, you know what? I'm not accurate. It's actually in 52 minutes from now. I'm gonna be on Jared Luzzi's podcast. Let me look him up. That might not be the name of his show.
Is that Comics League?
It might be. Jared Luzzi. Under Two Capes. That's the name of the podcast.
Oh, no, that interesting. All right, go check them out.
So that's in roughly 51, 52 minutes. But I really appreciate having me on. You go on enough of these things, you can pick out the strengths and weaknesses of hosts, and you definitely are good at facilitating discussion, which is really nice. And any type of unforeseen dead time, you know when to fit. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. So you're definitely well organized. I can always appreciate that from a good host.
Thank you. Listen, sometimes you get on here and then you go do all those things, and then your brain spazzes out, and then you don't know where you are, and you can't remember where the buttons are, and it happens, and you just roll it.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I mean, first one back, I'm honored you had me for the first one, so this is really cool. Yes. I had a great time.
Let's see. Yes, we got thank you. Yes, thank you guys for being here. Yes.
Thanks a lot. Check out the pre-launch. If anything, just at least check that out. If you go on Instagram or find me on Facebook, weekly I will be sharing at least something towards this project. So you'll be getting the updates accordingly. It's going to be awesome.
Very cool. I like that. And Vic is saying Ray is always promoting to see his face more than I think I've seen you on like 5 podcasts this week, just out there everywhere. Yeah.
You're number 6.
Aha.
For 1 an hour. Yeah, that was a good job. Yeah, 7 this week, and it's not even Saturday yet.
That's a lot. Yes.
Under 2 capes make you feel no, it's, you know what? I'm going to improv. It's a Canadian thing. You wear 2 capes to stay warm.
Checks out.
There you go.
That's right. That's right. Oh, what's up, Crystal? How you guys doing? Well, we're gonna get the heck on here. It's late. It's 8 something. I hope everybody has a good day. And then we're gonna get out of here when I end the stream. It's gonna take you guys to Phil's stream for Zaid Comics. Go check them out. They got cool stuff. But yeah, thanks for coming on here. It was always nice chatting with you.
Absolutely.
What you guys are doing. Yeah, good luck on this campaign.
Thank you very much.
Also, if you guys are in chat and you see the link, please just go share it around so we can get way more people following him on his pre-launch campaign. So go check that out. Hopefully get 100 soon. So we're gonna get out of here. But thank you guys, and yeah, happy Friday.
Have a good night.
That's right. See you guys. Okay, I gotta go over here too.